in the world? Oh no, see. Alright, hi guys, welcome back to AndieLand. It's your girl Andie, and today I have a date night with Melanie, my oldest friend. We have literally been friends since kindergarten. If you watched my Atlanta vlog, she's the one who did my ponytail. So I'm gonna go meet with her. We're going to dinner, and I just felt like since I was getting cute, I might as well record. So hope you enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Comment and let me know how you think I did. Subscribe and keep watching. Alright, so I'm trying something new with my lighting. I kind of really like the natural lighting I used in my last video, so I'm trying to keep going with that. But hopefully it doesn't keep going in and out, because it was kind of doing that a little earlier. So today I am starting with my hair. I'm gonna start with my edges since my hair's in braids and I think I kind of want it down. I'm using the 24-hour edge hold by EBIN. I got this from the hair store. Handy dandy toothbrush, and watch me work. Hopefully you guys can see. I don't like doing my edges after makeup because I feel like my makeup gets all up in it, and I hate that. The edges are done. Just a few little swoopy swoops. I'm gonna go wrap this up, wash my hands, and come back to start on my face. So my hands are washed, hair is wrapped. We are gonna start with primer. My handy dandy primer, as you guys know, my trio. Oily skin, so make sure to layer on my primers. I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty True Matte Primer first. And let me know below if you guys prefer my old lighting. Trying something different. In the last video it looked super nice, but today seems to be one of those days where it's like going in and out. So oh, I just love the way that feels. Alright, next I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty Matte Perfection Primer. Literally like that much, not a lot at all, but literally put a little bit and just rub that in. Okay, especially around my mouth because that's where my product tends to move the most. And my Hydrogrip Milk Hydrogrip Primer. Primer. Had that in, especially on my nose. On my mouth. Going to use my Laura Mercier setting powder in medium deep. Gonna take my fluffy setting brush from Real Techniques and just set my T-zone. Well, really just around my nose and my mouth. I don't really do the whole T-zone, but just where I get super oily and where my product tends to move the most. I do plan on taking pictures today, so I'm actually gonna start with this. This is the NYX The Brow Glue, and it's been helping because for some reason this brow, there's always like 3 hairs that are out of place, and it's like I feel like I keep plucking them but they keep coming back. See, did you guys see how dark it just got? I might need to turn my lights on because what the heck is going on here? Alright, so I'm just combing this through my brow. I don't need a lot. I didn't go back in. I'm just using the same amount that was on the wand from when I took it out. I'm just combing through my brows to try to keep them in place. You can kind of see like how my brows kind of trickle off on either ends. I keep telling y'all I am brow deficient. Things I get from my mother. All my siblings don't have full brows. I think my brother has the fullest brows and his aren't even complete. So now I am going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow and my 7B pencil from the same brand, and I am going to fill in my brows. I always like to start with the bottom and kind of figure out the shape of my brow and then go from there. Alright, so now I'm going to clean them up with some concealer. I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Concealer in the shade 420 and clean up these brows. I'm really trying not to be late today. I'm supposed to be meeting Melanie at 6:30. The place isn't far from my house, but okay, now I'm gonna take my Morphe M173 brush, just a denser brush, and I'm gonna buff in that concealer that I just put around my eyebrows. Now I almost actually did a pencil brow today because I kind of want like a airy, effortless look today, really lightweight, but I don't know why I changed my mind, to be honest. Alright, good enough because I'm in a rush today. So I'm going to take this off because I do not want a line of demarcation with my edges and I don't want them turning white. I feel like the longer I leave my scarf on, my edges turn white. I don't know if it's the edge control or what, but so today we are going to be using my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Macao. I do like this foundation. Haven't used it in a long while though. I'm gonna use my Morphe E63 brush to buff that in. Okay, I'm gonna use my Sonia Kashuk sponge and just buff that in. Use the booty. Now you notice I didn't really put any product on my forehead. That was intentional. I'm just kind of taking whatever's left and taking it up there because I have on edges today. So I don't want it to look like my face is uneven. I still want an even canvas and even base, but I want to minimalize the amount of product that I actually put there. So plus I still have concealer and stuff to do, so. I think I might need one more pump just around my jawline. Okay. Make sure that blends in with my neck because it was looking a little orange there. I actually do like this foundation. I think next to Fenty, this is one of my recommendations, especially for people who might have more drier skin, because it's not like super matte, it's not super dewy, it's just kind of like, hey, I'm skin. Like, you see that even coverage, but it doesn't look super cakey. Love that for me, and I will love it for you too. Buffer in, and then we're going to spray out our face. You guys know, especially when I need my makeup to last, a spray in between each layer, or yeah, each layer pretty much. Alright, so I've got my Decay All Nighter setting spray, and I'm going to spray this down and then buff it in. Next, we're going to start in with concealer. I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 420, and I'm going to conceal. You guys know I use multiple layers of concealer. This one is closest to my skin tone, so it's literally just giving me that extra coverage that I need, so I don't have to pack on a ton of foundation. This is where I used to stop until I realized the obsession with the girls in the highlighted look. So I'm gonna still take that same Morphe E63 brush, and I'm just gonna buff that concealer in. Okay, so now that it's all blended in, I'm gonna take my Sonia Kashuk and just dab over. This is a damp sponge. I'm not using a dry sponge because it doesn't help absorb the excess product and kind of melt everything together when it's dry. I have used dry sponges before and messed up my face and been very upset. So, alright. This is going so smoothly today. You know what? Let me not, before I jinx myself. Alright, next I'm going to highlight. So I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the shade Cookie, and I'm just going to highlight literally under my eyes with this concealer. This method was kind of going around Instagram and TikTok. There goes my lighting changing again. Like, I'm sorry guys. And I'm going to take my Juvias Place foundation stick in the shade Katsina, and I'm going to use this to contour on my cheekbone, so that way when I blend it out, it's where I want it. And then give myself my little button nose, because you don't just want two lines coming down your nose, you want to give your nose some type of dimension. So I kind of create this little button to still make sure my nose doesn't just look flat. I'm going to take my e.l.f. blending brush. It's a dense flat top brush, and I'm going to blend this in. Just pat, 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 pat. I'm not swiping because my products on my face are still wet, so I don't want to move my foundation or my concealer. I just want to pat this in to blend with it. Give me that joy that I so desperately need. Blend this upwards as much as possible. You don't really want to blend down. You want to blend upwards, still keeping that straight line. It's inevitable that, see, I put my contour up here and it's kind of gone down here a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but anytime I used to do my contour like right here where it would end up so low that I would have to end up cleaning it up, and I didn't want to have to do that. It's lazy, I know, but why do it if I don't have to, you know? I can easily just change the position of where I place my contour. And you see, it ends up right in there anyway when I placed it up here. Alright, I'm going to take my e.l.f. contouring brush, and I am just going to blend out my nose contour. So same thing, I'm not really swiping, I'm dabbing, dabbing, dabbing into my eyebrow, down to the tip of my nose. because y'all know I love me a snatched nose, okay? Dip, 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 dip. It's okay if you feel like your contour kind of went crazy. You can always use concealer to clean it up. That is the magic of makeup, as I always tell y'all. I be making mistakes like nobody's business. And now that that's blended, I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the concealer under my eyes using my damp Sonia Kashuk sponge. I'm just gonna dab, dab, dab. I don't want the concealer to travel, and I'm gonna take it over my eyes to be a base for my favorite thing to put on my eyes, bronzer. Do y'all see that? In the world? Oh no, see. Oh, I don't know what that was, but we just had to fix that. If you ever get patchiness in your concealer, see, look, it's doing it again. Alright, well, we're gonna have to fix that. I don't know what that is. If you ever get patchiness in your concealer, take your foundation brush and just buff that in, because see, look, it's gone. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. But it's going, okay? Hopefully it doesn't happen on the other side, because taking the excess from under my eyes and just taking that down the bridge of my nose. I don't really want to have to add concealer there unless I need to. The less products you put directly on your nose, the less products that will move and become oily. So okay, now see, this side didn't do it. I don't know what was going on over there. Alright, sorry, I was just making sure that that whatever spot was gone. Alright, so now I can set my face. I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Blondie, because she never does me wrong. Okay, taking that same Sonia Kashuk sponge, dipping it into my powder. Got me a nice even coating right there, and I'm going straight in under my eyes. You want to just press that in. Lighting's changing. Sorry about the lighting, guys. It just keeps going in and out. I don't. Try to do something new, you know? You try. Now to set my all over face, I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Powder Foundation in the shade 410. My big, huge buffing brush. And I'm just gonna pat that in and take it all over. I'm even taking it over my highlighted areas just to tone down the brightness of that powder a little bit and help it meld in with the rest of my face. To bronze today, I can't decide between using my Fenty and my Kylie bronzer, because the Kylie's kind of been a go-to. I haven't used my Fenty Coco in a while, so let's just dive into that. With my angled brush, just going in and dabbing that right here in my contour and then brushing it up. So I dab it in first where I want it and then brush it out to diffuse it. Just take it up a little bit by my eyes. I think she's a winner. Alright, we are bronzed. Now it's time for blush. I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio. And I didn't bake today. I should, shouldn't I? I should bake. I should bake. I'll bake. Let's bake first. Alright, so I'm dipping into my Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder in the shade Banana. Ooh, the powder is so fine. I'm gonna take my Sonia Kashuk sponge and I'm just gonna use this to chisel out my nose. Take it down the sides. In the middle, especially on the tip. So now that I have baked, I'm gonna go in with my blush like I was going to do originally. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills blush trio in the shades Cocktail Party. Just gonna swirl my brush in them, and like I said, I kind of want this a little light today, so I'm just patting right over my contour, patting it in, patting it in. Now I'm going to chisel out my nose. I'm gonna take my Alright, so I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Coco Naughty, and this is a Sephora brush. It's just a dome flat E brush, and I'm going to go over my nose contour into my brow, down the sides. Remember what I said, it's okay if some of the powder goes away, that's fine. Especially if you really wanted a snatched nose today, like me. Buff that one in. Create my little button. And she's giving. Now I'm gonna take that same bronzer and a fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna put this brown all over my lid. Oh, I'm so late. Okay, I'm not late yet. I have to leave in like 10 minutes though, so. And it usually takes me that long to put on a damn eyelash, so that should be fun. Alright, now I'm going to use my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara on my eyes. I like to kind of do like this with my eyelashes, help separate them, makes them look nice and long, straightens them out a bit because my lashes curl like crazy. Alright, so lashes and liner are on. I used my V-Lux lashes in the shade Velvet Rose. These are extra ones. Keep these on deck. Okay. I got those from the hair store. Now I'm gonna dust away this powder, spray my face, and do a lip. So I'm just taking my fluffy brush. Dust, dust, dust. Face is looking awesome. I'm gonna spray my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter spray. Alright. While that dries, I'm going to do a lip. I kind of want something simple today, so I'm really only gonna line my top lip. I'm using my KKW liner in the shade Nude 3. I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty Glossbomb Heat. I'm just gonna put that all over. I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty highlighter in the shades Mean Money and Hustla Baby. I'm gonna take Hustla Baby using my pinky, dab that in, and I'm going to highlight my nose by making an exclamation point. And then I'm going to take my powder brush and diffuse that. If it needs a little bit more diffusing, you can use your foundation brush and just really pat that in. Alright, now I'm going to spray my face with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Whew. Alright, so now I'm gonna go get dressed and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm just wearing some simple earrings that I got from Forever 21. My hair is down, everything came together. I'll show you guys my fit in a second, but the fragrance we're using today is the Burberry London Eau de Parfum. I got this for Christmas from my dad and I'm like absolutely obsessed. Like, it smells so good. Ugh. It's like a grown woman scent, you know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to smell like this when you grown type stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe you don't, but you gonna know what I'm saying. So you should go out and get you some. All right, guys. So this is the fit. I have this top. I got it from Zara. It's a cute button-up crop top. And then I got this cute denim skirt from Pretty Little Thing. It zips in the front, super cute. And then paired that with my Michael Kors handbag in white. I figured, you know, the big tote was fitting. And then these Jessica Simpson sandals. You can't really see them, and I'm not about to fall for y'all because y'all know I'm flimsy. So I think it's cute. I think it's summer. Probably shouldn't have worn this to eat, but we're gonna do what we need to do, okay? All right, guys, so that is everything, the final look. I hope you like the fit. Head over to my Instagram because I'm pretty sure I have posted some pictures by now by the time you guys see this video. And I am actually super late. I have to see Melanie in 10 minutes, so I'm sorry, Melanie. I love you. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Comment down in the description box below with any questions, or if you just really like how I look, let me know. And also, while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I post a new video. Thanks for coming to AndieLand. Bye.